Okay, so about a week ago, I made a video about how to add mods to Cube World, and someone requested that I talk about what it adds. I'm not going to talk about everything, but I'll go over some of the bigger points. So starting off, it adds races, some more races. So you can be like a frog or a vampire. There's just a lot of them, so that's kind of fun. Adds some diversity to your character creation. There's also a new class, the monk class. The issue with this is when you create the monk class character, it starts you off with level 60,000 weapons, which would sound like a really good thing, but I'm pretty sure the haste on them are so high that you can't actually hit anything. And so it makes it so that your start for your monk class is very hard to play with. So I would just avoid it unless you're willing to go through the effort of trying to start off without any weapons. It is possible, it's just would be a little frustrating in my opinion. Another thing that I really like that it adds are quests. So if you talk to just random people that have blue health bars, so they're good guys, you can't attack them, they can't attack you. If you just talk to them, there's a chance that they drop a piece of paper, and on that piece of paper, or you get a quest prompt that to kill such and such monster and so many of them, and if you do that, then you get this amount of gold. So that's kind of fun, it adds that. It's not super varied. I mean, there's a lot of different monsters that it can tell you to kill, but I think it just gives you gold right now. So at least they exist, right? Another really big thing that it adds are water monsters. So it adds just normal creatures under the ocean, but it also spawns bosses when you're underneath the water. There's also a lot more chests. They spawn. It says that you're supposed to lose 10 coins every 10 seconds or something after your stamina runs out. But for when I played it, I don't lose any coins, and it doesn't even show my stamina, meaning I can stay underwater forever. I don't know if that's also a glitch, or if that's just how it's supposed to be right now until things are more ironed out. So another thing with these mods is that it changes the world creation. So there's just a lot of big islands with lots of water between them, and in those watery sections there are little tiny islands, which I personally prefer to go around in those tiny islands, because then I'm not wandering around trying to find things, which because each island has something at it, so I can go to that island and have something happen. Which, I mean, it takes away some of the adventurous side of Cube World, but it also just makes it so that you know you're going to have something to do when you get to that island. Another important thing, gem traders now sell potions, spirit cubes, and relics. So they don't always, I don't think they always sell spirit cubes or relics, but they sometimes do, but they always sell potions, which is really useful because most classes do not have the ability to heal, and so being able to buy the potions are really good. On that line of thought, we also have the normal stores. One of the stores sells the items for you now, that like the glider, the specialty items, I guess, the glider, the flute, or whatever. Like, they don't always sell everything. In fact, I don't think any of them sell everything, but you can get some of your starting things by just going and buying them. And then on a related note, money is easier to get. The further out you go, the more money you get from creatures, so that's really good. The biggest thing is the region lock is changed up a bit. So if you have your weapon and it does not have a plus at the end of its name, then when you go into a new region, it's going to get reduced by 2 stars instead of going down to nothing. And then if it has a plus at the end, it will go down 1 star. So just keep that in mind. So as you get further and further away from the area that those weapons are from, or armor, it gets worse and worse. so you will have to get new items. It's just not as hard of a reset, which is very nice, so that you actually have something going into a new region. There are some other minute details that I didn't go over, so please go read on the GitHub. He lists all these things that I'm talking about, and you can go read and get the details. There's like, you can heal if you have a 50 combo, you can heal by pressing 1. Right, so there are some more minor detail ones, so make sure you go and check that out. One thing I want to correct from my last video, but maybe not correct, but add more information to, add more experience to, is I was very adamant that you do not play a character that you had already made without mods, and then you download the mods and play that same character. I suggest that you did not do that, because in my experience it had broken the characters. Maybe I need to go back and see if it's actually broken, but when I was testing for this video here, it did not break the characters. The items changed and everything, so it could have just been because I was still in the first area, but the creator of these mods, which I don't think I've given enough credit to, he says that it should work, but you shouldn't rely on it 100%. He says please make a new or a backup for your character so that you don't lose everything or get really sad if it doesn't work. So make sure you do that. And those, I think, are some of the main things that we see in these mods. Obviously, there's also leveling up and levels to the weapons and stuff, so that's all just fun stuff that you can learn about as you go along and play. But I hope this helps you have a good time playing Cube World, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.